Hey everybody, it's Miss Jenny coming to you on this Therapeutic Thursday. I'm outside, it's my favorite place to be, but sometimes things here lately haven't been exactly what I want them to be, and sometimes when things aren't my way, I get cranky. And sometimes when I get cranky, I get bossy. Well, I kind of thought that maybe you guys were feeling the same way. Feeling like maybe things aren't going your way because we're not at school, we're not with our friends, we're not having the types of fun that we normally have. Well, again, that can cause us to be cranky and bossy. And oh, by the way, I miss you guys. I really, really miss you guys. And most of the time I would say, boy, time is just flying, but it's not. It seems like it's going so slowly. And the slower it goes, the crankier I get, which means then I want to turn bossy and tell everybody what to do because I want things my way. I want to be in control. Well, boys and girls, we can't always be in control of the things that are going on around us. And that's why it's important for us to stop and think about what's going on and how we're acting, and to have better control over the things that we say and how we say them. Let's go back for just a second. I said the word bossy. Now, when I say bossy, I'm thinking that it's someone who's saying something to someone like, you can't do that. We're going to do it my way. That would be being bossy. Cranky? Well, we all know what happens when we're cranky. We say things we shouldn't say. We kind of maybe take on a smart tone with our friends and with our parents. Cranky is one of those things that, think about a baby. Think about a baby that is normally on a bottle and they don't have their bottle. So they're crying a whole lot and nothing seems to satisfy them. That's cranky. Now, there's another word that I want us to look at, and that's flexibility. Sometimes when we're feeling cranky or bossy, we need to remember, life's just not all about us. We need to remember that there are other people around us, and those other people have wants just like we do. So if someone is going to be flexible, we're not talking about the kind of flexibility that Mrs. McChesney talks about, where you bend your body and keep your body limber. We're talking about flexibility of our mind and being able to put ourselves aside for just a minute or 2 or 10 and think about what someone else might want, what someone else might need, and being able to say, okay, what I want can wait. That's flexibility. Being able to listen to somebody else's opinion, that's flexibility. You know what, boys and girls, it's not just kids that have difficulty with flexibility. Some adults have difficulty with flexibility. Some adults that are bosses, if they're not flexible, then the people that work for them won't want to work for them long. So flexibility, being able to see someone else's perspective and maybe do something that they want to do rather than what you want to do is super, super important. A better way for us to learn about flexibility is going to be through a book that I'm going to read to you here in just a minute. And it's by my favorite children's author, Julia Cook. And the title of it is It's My Way or the Highway. And it is about being bossy and not being very flexible. So we're going to look at ways that we can deal with this issue of being bossy. It's My Way or the Highway by Julia Cook. My name is Cora June. People always say that I'm too bossy, but I don't think I am. I just know how I want things to be. Don't do that that way. Listen to me. We're playing this because I say so. It's my way or the highway. You can't say no. Yesterday at school, my teacher gave us a spelling sheet that was super boring. I worked on it for a while, and then I stood up and said, "I'm tired of doing this. Raise your hand if you want to go home." Every single hand went up, except my teacher's. Cora June, you need to sit down. You are not the boss of this class. If you can't figure out your worksheet, please raise your hand and ask. But I don't want to do this, and neither do they. The class would be a lot more fun if you do things my way. Well, you can't always get what you want. Someday, maybe you'll be a teacher. Then you can be the boss of your very own classroom. But right now, you're only the boss of you. You need to be more flexible and do your work. At recess, I started a dodgeball game. I picked the teams because I know how I want things to be. Don't do it that way. Listen to me. We're playing this because I say so. It's my way or the highway. You can't say no. Cora June, you're being way too bossy again. You need to go to timeout and think about how you can be more flexible. My best friend Truman came to my house after school today. I get to go first. You can't play with that. Whatever you do, don't pick up my cat. I just know how I want things to be. Don't do it that way. Listen to me. We're playing this because I say so. It's my way or the highway. You can't say no. You should be more flexible, Cora June. I'm going home. That night, Mom fixed bean soup for dinner. Bean soup? I'm not eating bean soup. It gives me gas. It makes me toot. You need to fix me something else, like mac and cheese or a turkey melt. Cora June, we need to have a talk. You think you're the boss, but I'm sorry, you're not. Your teacher called and she told me all about today. It seems it's hard for you when you don't get your way. You need to be more flexible. Yeah, I tried that. It doesn't help. I just know how I want things to be, but it seems like people won't listen to me. Well, life isn't all about you. You have to think about other people too. You can't always get what you want. Cora June, you have everything you need to become a great leader, but none of that really matters if others don't want to follow you. You need to use your power of flexibility. But what does that even mean? You have a power inside your head to help you say things a different way. When you ask instead of tell, people listen to what you say. Like today, when Truman was here, instead of telling him what you wanted him to do, maybe you could have asked him, "Hey Truman, what game do you want to play?" Your power of flexibility helps you to do things you don't want to do. It helps you learn how to listen to others because life isn't all about you. Like at school today, you are not in charge of your class. Your teacher is. It's her job to tell you what to do, and it's your job to follow instructions that will keep you safe and help you to learn and grow. Oh, and always keep in mind, Cora June, you are in charge of your actions. Since I'm your mom and Daddy is your dad, it's your job to make sure we steer you down the right path. Someday, when you grow up, maybe you can be the mom and then you can be the boss. But right now, it isn't your turn. Cora June, I love you so much. I want you to be your best, but without using your power or flexibility, your behavior is just a mess. Maybe Mom's right. At school, I did everything my teacher asked, and I didn't try to be the boss. At recess, I let other kids pick the teams, even though we lost. Truman came over after school again, and I let him choose what to do. I even ate leftover bean soup, and I didn't even say, "Ew!" I used my power of flexibility the whole entire day. It helped me realize life's still okay when I don't get my way. But I still like to be the boss sometimes. Well, there you go, boys and girls. We saw Cora June having a really difficult time trying to understand why people didn't want to play with her and why they didn't want to listen. Eventually, she did listen to her mom, and she was able to understand what being flexible means. Boys and girls, a couple of ways that you can be flexible is by sharing and by taking turns. When you do those two things and treat other people with respect, the way that you would want to be treated, it makes being flexible so easy. And besides that, good leaders show those qualities so that the people around them can also learn how to be flexible. I know that you're at home. I know that it's been a long time since we've seen each other. I know that everybody's wanting to get back to school, but right now we have to be flexible with what we're doing. We have to be flexible with our time and with our schedules. Right now we can't be at school. So let's be flexible and be okay with that. We're going to be back at school before you know it. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this Therapeutic Thursday. And have I already said that I missed you? I lose track. I miss you guys, and I can't wait to see you soon. Have a great day.